The bird that cried out to God. Once upon a time, there was a little bird living in the middle of the desert. It had no feathers, no nest, no strength. Every morning it woke up hungry and cold, with the same question trembling in its chest. Why me, God? The sun burned its skin, the wind tossed it around. The nights were so quiet it could hear its own heart breaking. And yet, every day, it opened its eyes. Not because it had hope, but because even death didn't want it. One day, while crying alone on a hot rock, an angel passed by. The bird, with a dry voice and dim eyes, shouted, "Wait, where are you going?" "I'm going to heaven to meet God," the angel replied. The bird lowered its head. "Can you ask him something for me? Ask him, when will this punishment end? When will he remember me? Because I can't take it anymore." The angel nodded gently and disappeared. When he reached heaven, he told God what the bird had said. He spoke of its pain, its skin burned by the sun, of a heart that no longer sang. God listened quietly. That bird is destined to suffer all its life. Happiness will never come. The angel was frozen. It hurt him deeply. "Is there really nothing that can be done?" God answered, "Yes, you can tell him to pray like this. Thank you, God, for everything." Nothing more, just that. The angel returned to the desert with a broken soul. He didn't know how to deliver that message, but he did. The bird listened quietly. It didn't understand. It didn't argue. It didn't ask for more. That night, trembling and featherless, it looked up at the dark sky and said for the first time, "Thank you, God, for everything." It said it with anger, with tears, with exhaustion, but it said it, and it repeated it the next day, and the next, and the next. No miracles happened in the first minute, or the second, or the third, but on the seventh day, the clouds released a gentle rain. A green living plant grew from the ground, and beneath it, a small pond reflected the sky. And in that reflection, the bird saw itself covered in feathers. For the first time in its life, it sang. Not from happiness, but from real gratitude. The angel, seeing this, returned to heaven, confused. "God, you said that bird would never find happiness. What happened?" And God, with a soft smile, answered, "He didn't change his reality. He changed his heart. He gave thanks even in the pain. And when the soul changes, everything else changes too." You reading this now, maybe today you feel like that bird. Maybe you've asked yourself, why me? Maybe you've waited for years for something to change outside. But what if the only thing that needs to change is inside you? Thank you, God, for everything. Not because you understand, not because it's fair, but because you still have the strength to be grateful. And that is already a miracle. Sometimes heaven doesn't answer with words. It answers with transformation. If you've ever had moments where all you could do was thank with tears in your eyes, write in the comments, "Thank you, God, for everything." And let that phrase begin to transform your story too.